if you want the other view, go ahead and catch me over there on one of those places. Let's see, let me find my channel. Hi everybody. Oh, there goes my song. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, there you go. There's my song, my theme song. Welcome, everybody. This is the 6-day holiday tree skirt. I gotta get over there and turn the volume off. There it is. Okay. Ah. How's everybody doing? Let's see. Let me fix a couple things over here and then I'll start crocheting. There we go. We're going to monetize tonight. Hi, Donna. Good to see you. Good to see you. Okay. Hi, everyone. I am Betty McKnit, and my most well-known pattern is the 6-day kid blanket. And next in line would be the 6-day star blanket, and pretty much everything I do is based off of those patterns. This is the 6-day superstar holiday tree skirt that I'm wearing, and then you can see the supernova one over there on the bed. There's the regular tree skirt. I started it, the star tree skirt. I started that yesterday. And there is the 6-day hexagon cardigan. The hat I'm wearing on my head is actually not a 6-day thing. It's the Invisible People hat. And I'm wearing the 6-day kid blanket inspired shrug. So there you have it. I'm covered in crochet today like a regular crazy crochet lady. So I'm excited. Last night I was on here for 3.5 hours. I did most of a 6-day star tree skirt, holiday tree skirt for you today. The star and the supernova are the same up until the first repeat, second repeat. Okay, you do the first repeat as given in the pattern, rows 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then you repeat 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you stop. And then at that point, we're going to pick the supernova up tomorrow at row 7A. Okay, so if you're making that one, you follow the star blanket video up until the point that I finished, and then you repeat rows 2 through 6, and then you'll be ready for tomorrow. This one is different, so this one I'm going to start from the beginning today. I don't know how far I'll get, but I will get far enough that you can repeat. I'll get to the point where it's just repetitive, the same stuff again and again, just with more stitches, so that you can make this one. And then, so let's see. So today's the second day. Tomorrow will be supernova row 7A and beyond. And after that, I'm going to work on edges. And I might be able to like do some repeats on camera also. So we'll see what happens. This, sadly, there's no more of this sparkly green yarn available, so I had to get this green, which is the same brand and weight, and color, but it does not have the twinkle. And I was able to get the twinkly red, but what I found out yesterday on is I knew this. I was aware of this, but I forgot. Red does not show up properly on camera, and it also, like, it did something to the exposure where I wasn't able to really see the white. There was no definition on the stitches on the white. So I'm going to be doing this one in white and green instead of red and green. It's not going to be as cute, but it's going to show up better on camera, so There you go. Somebody in Facebook is saying, can you see my chat? If you are in one of the Facebook groups, I cannot see your name. I can see your chat, but I can't see your name. So I don't know who you are. You're blowing me kisses and you have hearts around your face, but I don't know who you are because it doesn't show me your names from the Facebook groups. If you're on YouTube, Linda Fusco, I can see your comment from YouTube, and I can see your name and your profile photo. And she says, hello, Betty. I love you, sweet lady. Thank you for your 6-day kid blanket video. You're a great teacher. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Okay, I've got people from all over on here. And let's see. I've got TikTok up on another. Let me do this properly. Let me bring you up on TikTok over here so that I can read your comments. And I can read your comments. There we go. Okay. All right. And then I think there's one more thing I have to do over here. I have to mirror the video. There we go. Hi, Vanessa. All right. Are we ready to crochet? Oh, that was you. I thought it might be. I could kind of tell from your avatar. Kaylee Crochet says, started and finished a toucan today. That's awesome. Cool. All right. So I'm going to make the 6-day Superstar holiday tree skirt, and I'm not using the colors given on the thing. I'm using green and white because it shows up better on camera. Let me put this up here. I'm wearing a long skirt today, so you don't have to look at my legs. I think it probably bothers me more than it bothers anyone else. So I'm going to start off with the white, and so I didn't know this white had sparkle in it, so that's a nice surprise. So I guess we get a little bit of sparkle white. Yay! Sparkly white. I didn't even know I had this. And I'm going to let's see. I'm going to let me flip this. I'm going to use the I'm going to try the J hook because remember yesterday when I was working with the J hook, the green and the red didn't feel right with the J. But I think that the white is going to feel okay with the J, but I'm going to start with it and I'm going to trade it out if it doesn't feel right. Okay. So let me just start at the beginning of the pattern because I know in the future that there will be people that will use this as a tutorial. And someday I'll go through and edit it and I will chapter it all out and make it easier. But that's probably, let's just be real, not going to happen for a while. It's an adaptation of the 6-day Superstar blanket. It has small, even points. They're even in size. All the points are the same size, unlike the Supernova that has multiple points of different sizes. It has 9 large points and I think 8 smaller points. The Super Star has 17 points of equal size. So it is mostly circular. It's like circular with a chevron is the general shape of it. Okay. Creates a slightly more than circular shaped skirt. So it's more than circular. So you're just going to overlap the two ends behind you're going to wrap it around the bottom of your tree and overlap the ends. If you have an artificial tree and you just want to make the Superstar blanket with a hole in the middle, I give you an instruction for doing that, so you won't even need this pattern, but you'll need the 6-day Superstar pattern, and you will chain 28 work in the round and join and pick up the blanket pattern on setup round 3, and you'll be good. This one I made it to about 48 inches across, but you can make it any size. Needs about 2,200 yards of yarn. Oh, and it has the pom-pom edge and the jingle bells. So the star blanket has the candy cane edge, the twisted chain stitches. The Superstar has that with a pom-pom. It takes forever, but it's so cute and it's so worth it. And then at the end of it, I just sewed on the jingle bells. They're not part of the crochet, they're just an extra thing I did at the end. I just sewed on some jingle bells. It's super cute. It turned out to be my favorite of all 3 of them. And then the Supernova, the edge that I gave on it was twisted fringe. So I'm gonna do all the edges and the second half of the crochet along, probably, what's today, Wednesday? Probably Friday and Saturday is when I'll do the edges. All right. The yarn I'm using is Big Twist Twinkle and Big Twist Value. They're worsted weight acrylic yarns. This one calls for an H hook, but I'm actually using a J. I used an I on the one yesterday, which used all the same yarns in different colors, but I've noticed different colors of yarn. I'm sure if you've crocheted for any length of time, you've noticed this too, that sometimes the different colors, even though it's the same yarn, the same weight, whatever, the different colors feel slightly different. Okay, so then I always put this in here about the row numbers. The row numbers match the original 6-day kit blanket, so that's why you will see setup rows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it jumps to it goes through setup row 10, and then it picks up on row 4. It's because the 6-day kit blanket row 4 is the single crochet row. So I keep them the same so that you can do vivid chevrons or snowflake effect or popsicle effect or Aussie confetti, whatever. You can do those different striping methods on any of the 6-day. I keep it standard across all the 6-day kid blanket patterns. Okay, so starting with color A. In the real pattern, color A is sparkly green, or sparkly red, but that's not going to show up on camera, so I'm going to do white, sparkly white. It'll probably be cute. I don't know. I'm probably going to take it out after this. Crochet along 35. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Thanks for the follow. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. I know they do show up on the iPhone just fine. I do know that. Actually, I might have just a little too much light on right now because that does appear to be a little bit blown out. Let's see. That's better. Okay. And this, like yesterday, is feeling a little bit loose, so I'm actually going to trade it out, and I'm going to go down to an I. And then in the second chain from the hook, we're going to single crochet across. Hi, user, blah, blah, blah. I'm making the 6-day Superstar holiday tree skirt. So I slept with my windows open last night, and the the wind started blowing and the temperature dropped. And that was the end of that. And now I have the heat on. So much for my beautiful weather. I've been bragging so much about. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining. I'll allow your question, not user 124. Okay, set up row 2. When I do the very first line, I think I might be doing it too tightly. Well, do your first one line with a larger hook then. Go up a hook size, or even 2 or 3 for the chain. Set up row 2, chain 2, double crochet in the same stitch, chain 3, 2 double crochet. So when the pattern says 2 double crochet, if it wants you to make those 2 double crochet in the same stitch, it will say in the same stitch. Yes, so you're using a bigger needle than the one you're supposed to. The needle or the hook that you are supposed to use is the hook that produces the fabric with the drape that you like and produces the gauge that's required for the pattern that you want to make. It's not necessarily what's suggested on the instruction. That hook and yarn worked for that designer and that person that made that, but it might not work for you. And you can change. What's on the yarn label is a suggestion. Yeah, no worries. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here so I can get you started on the right foot. Hang on. I'm still not happy with the exposure here. There. It's a little better. Okay. Where am I? I am on setup row 2. Chain 2, double crochet in the same stitch. I did that. Chain 3, 2 double crochet, so it does not say 2 double crochet in the same, so they get their own space. And then chain 1, 2 double crochet, chain 3, repeat across. Well, I mean, a lot of us have that problem when we first start crocheting, that we are afraid it's just all going to fall apart if we don't do it super tight. Hi, Veronica. Since I am so far behind on the supernova, I'm going to watch yesterday's video. See you tomorrow. Okay. A lot of people, even if they do use the um, hook and yarn that's suggested or instructed in the pattern, even still, they'll go up a hook size or two just for the starting chain. You're welcome. Knitters do it too when they're casting on, so their first row is not too tight. Sometimes they cast on with a larger needle. Okay, so everywhere that there's a chain one space here, there's going to be a valley, and every chain three space is going to be a peak. Now you want to try again with a larger needle, a larger hook. Make your chain with the bigger hook and then go down to the right, to the needle, to the hook, the smaller hook. Drop down. When I do a straight start kit blanket, I have to do the chain and the first row with a larger hook than I do the rest of the blanket with. So the pattern for this row, the sequence is chain two, two double crochet, chain one, two double crochet, chain three. And then before my very last stitch, I chain three and double crochet in the last stitch. This is actually the same as the star and the supernova so far. And you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 chain three spaces, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 chain one spaces. Every chain three space is going to be the peak, and every chain one space is going to be a valley. Oh, hey, Kathy. Kathy, did you find the tree skirts in that post? I'm going to mark these because it's easy to, when you're first starting out, especially if you're kind of a, you got it, good. Especially if you are, you know, like newer to crochet, even if you're not, you might find yourself going around this corner here and continuing past the end of the row. So I'm going to mark this so that doesn't happen. Okay, let's move on to setup round 3. I need my friend Andrew here to go ding, ding, ding. Row 3. Setup row 3, chain 3. 3 double crochet, chain 3, 3 double crochet in the chain 3 space, and double crochet 3 together in the chain 1 space. That's going to be the pattern across the row. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then in the chain 1 space, you're going to do a double crochet 3 together. So you yarn over, pull up a loop, pull through 2, don't complete the stitch. Do that 2 more times. And then yarn over and pull through all 4 on the hook. Okay, if a pattern wants you to double crochet 3 times in 1 stitch, it'll say 3 double crochet in the next stitch. If it wants you to make a cluster, it'll say double crochet 3 together. Double crochet 3 together is not the same as 3 double crochet in the same stitch or space. So you're just going to do that across every chain 3 space is going to get a 3, 3, 3, and every chain 1 space is going to get a double crochet 3 together. You're working into the spaces and you're skipping over those double crochets. Three, 3, 3 in each chain 3 space. These little sparkles make me happy. Thanks, Kathy. If you're over on TikTok, you can subscribe to use special stickers. If you want to make sure you're here for the rest of the lives this week, you can actually register for them through my they'll appear on the top of my platform. There goes Amy with the special stuff. You get the little label that says best, because you're the best. And then TikTok gives you like this where you can give people special stickers to post, and I didn't know what to do, so I just gave them a picture of this star blanket and then another one of the supernova shawl. But if you're over on YouTube, you want to subscribe to my channel and click the bell to get notifications whenever I'm live. And if you're on Facebook, you can join one of the Facebook groups, the 6 Day Kid Blanket group or the Betty's Besties Facebook groups. Make sure you answer all the questions when you join and agree to the rules or we won't let you in. Our number one rule is keep it positive. So we don't do any kind of sarcasm, drama, mean emojis, cry emojis, mad emojis, demanding, sarcastic rants, things like that. It's not like other crochet groups. We're there to help you, and you have to be nice. That's the rules. Okay, so I'm at my last chain 3 space. I'm going to do my 3 3 3, and then I'm going to make a let me just move this because it's in the way. I'm going to make a double crochet in the last space. Lay your work down at the end of every row and check it over. Be kind to yourself. Tell yourself what a great job you're doing and what a beautiful thing you're making. Look what I accomplished. Okay, so you should have, let me see if it says. Well, it doesn't really say how many you should have, but you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points. So for every chain 3 space, you should have a 3 3 3, and every chain 1 space, you have a DC3 together. Whoops, I pointed at the wrong thing. Oh no, I didn't. Wow, I don't know what I have on my clothes today. They sent the electrician to my house again. He must have thought I was crazy because I don't think I had combed my hair, and I had a bunch of dishes laying around. And then I finally said to him, I said, "Excuse my dirty dishes." I said, "I live here." It just flew out of my mouth. "I live here alone and I do what I want. And if I don't want to do the dishes, I don't do them." He laughed when I said, "I live here alone and I do what I want." He started cracking up. Because I don't care. But yeah, sometimes I, spill food on my clothes and there's no one there to tell me. I just noticed some. I think that must be from the sourdough starter. I think I spilled a little on myself. Okay, let's go to setup. Yes, it is. This is the 6 Day Superstar Tree Skirt, Holiday Tree Skirt. Where is the water? I don't have water today. I have Diet Coke. Coke Zero, rather. Coke Zero. Also had to, I think we're starting to feel this hurricane that's coming. The winds are crazy, and I had to bring all my plants inside, so the bugs are back. The gnats. Okay, set up row 4. Chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to 3 double crochet in the chain space. 3 3 3. 3 double crochet, chain 3, 3 double crochet in the chain space. And then you're going to put a DC3 together in this space and this space. Yes, Lori, it is the 6 Day Superstar Holiday Tree Skirt. The patterns on, if you go to my YouTube or my TikTok page, I have a store there, and you should be able to buy it in the store. It should be linked on this video. There's a star, a superstar, and a supernova. Yesterday I did the star and the supernova. They start out the same. And today I'm starting the superstar. Okay. You're going to have a 3-3-3 in each of these chain 3 spaces and a DC3 together in each space before and after. So it's basically the same as the last row, except you're doing 2 of these, 1 on each side of the 1. Yeah, I have a link tree in my bio, but I also have the store. If you click on the little shopping cart right above my video, the little shopping bag, it has a shopping bag. And then if you click that, that's my shop, and all my patterns are there. You could also go to my website, bettymcknit.com, and get them for free. Or you can buy the ad-free PDF from my pattern store. Thanks for following. I really wish I could make this in the sparkly red as it was intended. Yeah, I put my plants outside because it was so warm. I put them back outside. And I was getting, the bugs were really driving me crazy, the gnats. I had done a bunch of stuff, put up these sticky things, and put the traps out with red wine and apple cider vinegar. But honestly, I don't think the traps that had the apple cider vinegar in them worked at all. I don't see a single bug in those unless when they fell into the apple cider vinegar, they were digested by it. Thanks, Kathy. I was putting out little jars of red wine under the light, and that caught a bunch of them. The sticky things catch a bunch. But yeah, I had to bring all my pineapple pots back in the house today, and there's just, the gnats are back. I have a catchy too. I have one. I think I think the potting soil that I bought must have been infested with gnats, because it was when I repotted these, I had just like the tops of pineapples from the grocery store that I planted in pots. They look really cool. I'm a weirdo. Yeah, I have the lighted one. It just is not handling these. It's not catching all the gnats that I have in my house. I have so many things around to catch these gnats. And I have, I think those pineapples are just infested with gnats. I also, they did grow and they look really cool. A couple of them are really big. I think you have to cut them down to make them grow fruit, so that they will put their energy into producing fruit. But I just don't have the heart to do it because they look so cool. I bought this stuff from a guy I think I saw on TikTok, who has this soil tonic And I tried his stuff. I watered everything with his stuff, and I probably should do that again the next time I water it. It's called Soil Tonic, and I gave them a good watering with this Soil Tonic water. But then I put them outside again, and that's, I believe, where I went wrong. But for one, I was like, I'm tired of these bugs being in here. And then for two, it was like really nice out. It was really nice outside. It was in the high 70s and sunny. I just want to let the plants have some life. And then I went around the neighborhood and I picked up a couple of, some of my neighbors have these huge cactus trees with with those little red balls on them, the flowers. And I went around and I picked up some of the big cactus things that had fallen off and fallen on the ground. I picked up like two of those, and I'm trying to propagate those guys too. They were on the ground. I didn't steal nothing. I didn't cut them off. They were already on the ground. They had fallen off, and I only took two of them. But yeah, the gnats are back. This morning I woke up and I heard that wind and I was like, oh no, my shoes! Because I had left all my shoes out there, including my best pair of sandals. They're like my shoes I wear with everything. And I had left them out on the front porch the last time I came in from the beach because they were sandy. And and then I have these two pairs of little rubber clogs that I wear, and they're not Crocs, but they're like these little rubber gardening clogs. And I had those downstairs by the I have one of those little foot wash stations, and I just leave those shoes down there to dry. But I woke up and I was like, oh no, all my shoes are outside. And I went outside, and sure enough, all my shoes had blown somewhere, and I had to go look for them, and I found them all. But yeah, all my shoes had blown somewhere. Okay, so that was my last chain three space, 333, and then I'm gonna make a double crochet in the top of the turning chain. And then I'm just gonna move these I'm just gonna move these markers up. Sometimes it's easy to like get confused and keep working around that edge. But after the first few rows, you won't get confused about that, but we're still in that point where you could. I feel like there are not that many bugs in the house, but they just like being around me. They like me. They're attracted to me or something. I really don't know, but I feel like there's just always a bug flying around. There are maybe only one or two bugs in the house, but they're just like pestering me. Okay, set up row 5, chain 1, single crochet in the same stitch, skip 1, single crochet in each stitch across, working 3 single crochet in the chain 3 space, 1 2 3 in the chain 3, repeat to the last 2 stitches, skip 1, and then so this is different. This is where it starts being different from the other two patterns, because I don't think we skip one at the beginning. But what happens with this pattern, okay, is you're in a few rows, you're going to add another point in the valley. And so what happened, if because we're not adding another point over here, was that this side kept going like that and getting bigger and bigger and bigger and didn't match the rest because we added a point over here. So it ends up being a very small point, but one side of it was just getting longer and longer. So I had to make a little change so that this would not grow the same way that the star and the supernova grow. Hi, I am Lily. I'm making the 6-day superstar holiday tree skirt. And the link for it is in my bio and my store on my page for the pattern. Yesterday I did the star and the supernova tree skirt, and today I'm doing the superstar. The superstar has 17 points of equal sizes. It's like more round than the other two. The other two are more star shaped. 1, 2, 3. So 3 single crochet in each chain 3 space, 1 single crochet in every stitch across. You skip 1 stitch after the first stitch and before the last stitch of the row. I love a single crochet row. Love. Kind of wish I had started with the green and made the white the stripe. I don't know. Maybe I'll change it. Maybe I'll go back and undo it after this call and fix it. I really wish I was doing the red because I think the red's the cutest. Just does not show up very good on camera. One single crochet in each stitch across, 3 single crochet in the chain 3 spaces, skip the second and the second to the last stitch of the row. Okay, we're coming to the end here. 1, 2, 3, and we're gonna go, let's see, to the last 2 stitches. Single crochet, skip 1, and single crochet in the top of the turning chain. That was setup row 5. All right, change to color B. So I'm just going to back up. The way I change colors is I pull the new color through the last 2 loops of, so I complete the last step of the very last stitch of the old color with the new color of yarn that I'm changing to. So I'm going to change to green. Hi, Hessa. Thank you, my dear. And I'm going to pull the green through the last 2 loops of the last single crochet. And then I take my tails, these are my tails here, and I wrap them over my working yarn, hold it to the back, and then I work the next, my turning chain, so it's chain 3, and then turn. Setup row 6 says count the 1 under your chain, skip 2, 1, 2. And then 2 double crochet, 1, 2. Kathy's asking, how long of tails do I leave? Usually leave about that much. It's about 4 to 6 inches. Five double crochet in the center, single crochet in the row below, 3, 4, 5, always take a deep breath whenever I pull my yarn. And then 4 double crochet, 2, 3, 4, and this last double crochet is always going to line up between the second and third stitches of that cluster coming down the mountain. So if you're counting, always just do a double check that you landed right there, and then you skip 2. And I know it looks like it's a little off center, but it's fine. Skip 2, 4 double crochet, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 in the peak. And you just repeat that across. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 4 going down. 1, whoops, 2, 3, 4, and skip 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 in the peak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 going down. 1, 2, 3, 4, skip 2, 1, 2, and then 4 to go up. 1, thanks for the turkey. 2, 3, 4. I'm glad you like it. I'm not liking the white and green, but I'm gonna give it some more time. I was just actually thinking like, I'm gonna like stay up all night and recrochet this out of the red and green because I don't like it. Yeah, it's not the colors I chose, but the red doesn't look nice. One on camera, two, three, four, five. I mean, this is supposed to be the tutorial, so you have to be able to see what the heck is going on. Okay, and then going down, it's four. One, two, whoops, three, four. I love it, but I have a white tree skirt already. Okay. Well, I did one in white and silver gray, which I really love. But this one's supposed to look like this. But the red probably looks fine on TikTok because I'm using my iPhone. Oh, it looks a little off, but like if you see it over on YouTube, it does not compute. It does not look great. And you can even see when I put the red down, like see how it does something to the white? And now like the exposure is like completely blown out over here. And then when I take it away, you can see like the autofocus, something adjusts and now you can see the definition again. But it does something weird to the exposure. So yeah, I just can't use it for video. I learned that when I was making my 6-day kid blanket tutorials, the original, like the first thing I ever posted on YouTube. I tried to do red yarn and I was getting so frustrated. I was like crying. Like, what am I doing wrong? And my daughter went to art school at Pratt in New York and she did a lot of video work. And she was like, oh, she calls me Mimi. My kids call me Mimi. She goes, oh, Mimi, you can't use red for video. It does not show up. And she explained it to me, but it went, like it went over my head. I started just hearing blah 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 after a while. You know how it is when someone starts talking like technical about something you don't really understand. um yeah, so I had to redo all those videos with different yarn and I was like crying. I was so upset. But I like this bright green. I like it better than like the dark foresty green. I like green. Hi, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Skip 2 and then 4 to go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 in the peak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 4 going down. 1, 2, 3, 4, skip 2, 1, whoops, 2, 3, 4, and 5 in the peak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Almost there. Skip 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is my last peak. 5 in the center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 double crochet. 1, 2, skip 1, double crochet in the last stitch. And then what I do with my tails is we're going to work an edge over this. So this end will go this way and this end will go this way. And when I work that edge, I'll work over maybe 1 or 2 stitches. I'll work over each tail near the base where it, where it's attached. And then I'll leave it, and then when I'm all done, I'll weave this end going somewhere down into the white, and I'll weave this end up in the green, and you'll never know it was there. And I do not tie knots. Thank you, Debbie. You like the green and white? I don't like it. I want red. How you doing, Andrew? Yeah, Kathy likes the red too. Okay. Set up row 7, chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Your green is darker. They have a lot of different greens in this particular yarn. The green that I did yesterday for the star was a little darker. It was the varsity green. And this is, what's this? This is forest green. It's brighter. Andrew says, I'm frustrated, but good. What's going on? Why are you frustrated? Counting the stitch under your chain, skip 2, 3 double crochet. 1. Tell Mama Beth what's going on. 2, 3. I'm your crochet mama. Yeah, the varsity green is darker. And then 1, 5 in the peak. 2. So the peak is the center of the 5 double crochet. Projects aren't coming out right today. So I put the hooks away. Well, sometimes you have to step back. It's okay. Yes, I do know how to knit too. I have a course in my membership for crocheters who want to learn how to knit. It's called Crocheters Learn to Knit. And what I do in that course, I take the skills you already have from crochet and we use those skills to get you knitting in the round right away. So you make a baby hat. You end up making a little hat in the course, and you learn how to knit in the round. You learn how to cast on and cast off. You learn how to decrease. You learn knit one, purl one, ribbing. You learn I-cord. Jeannie St. John Warner 1 says, I can knit, but crochet is my passion. You know, I used to knit way more than I crochet. And then one day my crochet pattern went viral, and I started crocheting again more and more. Making YouTube videos and more crochet patterns out of my viral pattern. Building community around it. That was a big thing too. This is the row of fives. So it has 5 going up, 5 in the peak, 5 coming down, and you're always going to skip these 2 in the center of the valley. 1, 2, 3, whoops, 4, 5, and then skip 2, and then 5 to go up. 1, 2. I don't know if crochet or knit. I've been thinking about this. I like to knit, but crochet is my passion. Which one is my passion? I think yarn. I think it's the yarn that's my passion. I love yarn. I love the idea of making things out of a piece of string. It's so fascinating to me. And I also really like keeping my hands busy. And I discovered about myself maybe 15 years ago. It's been a while. I remember my kids being little when I decided or discovered that I was a maker. I was on the beach with them playing in the sand, and we were making a sand castle, and I realized that making things made me feel good. And I decided I need to make something every day. I like making things. Thanks for the likes. Okay, skip 2. 5 to go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 5 in the peak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 to go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 2. Hey Andrew, if you're still here, what were you working on that wasn't coming out right? I started with Olaf, then a snowman, then a shawl. I got the shawl down, then the others I quit for today. Okay. So it wasn't a total loss. I don't really do amigurumi, so... Remember to breathe. That's my only advice. Remember to breathe. Well, my other advice would be make a swatch. If the pattern says to make a swatch, suck it up and make a swatch. Lay your work down often and admire it. That's some other advice I have. Don't crochet frustrated or angry or in pain. So you were frustrated and you put it down. I think that was the smartest thing you could have done. So I'm at the end. It's 3 double crochet, 2, 3, skip 1, and then double crochet in the turning chain. I have walk-in yarn closet. I'm upset. I need a walk-in yarn closet. That is what I need. I live in a beach house, and beach houses are not meant to be, oh darn, you know what? I could have carried that up the side. Well, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to change. It's too far. Beach houses are not meant to be lived in year-round. They are meant for you to come and have vacation and then leave. So when you're on vacation, you don't need a big closet. You just need to stick your suitcase in there and maybe your shoes, or hang up your dress you're going to wear to dinner one night, you know. Hang up your stuff you don't want wrinkled. So I do not have very large closets. I've been putting all the beds on risers so I can put boxes of yarn underneath the beds. The beds in this room practically fall over if you lay down on them because they're up on these risers and they're not very sturdy. They're like on it's not good. It's not a good situation. It looks good for the video. Yeah. Okay, so we are on setup row 8, and now this, it says if your tension is at all tight, increase hook size before this row. Your bed is high because your bed is not on risers, but it's high because the bed frame was broken, and the one that I got is the kind that you're not supposed to have to use the box springs with, but I don't want to get rid of the box springs. I guess I just should. I guess it doesn't really matter if there's box springs or not. I should just get rid of them. I was going to actually replace the mattress in there, so that's okay, so I'm changing colors, so I pull the new color through the last 2 loops of the last stitch of the row, and then I take my 2 tails, flip them up over my working yarn, and then I start my chain for the next row. So this is row 8. Single chain 1. Single crochet in the same stitch. Skip 1, 4 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it wants 3 single crochet in the center stitch. 1, 2, 3. Six single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now this is where it's different. You chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then you skip 2, and then you single crochet 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So remember I said this has 17 points. So we've made 9 points, and we're going to make 8 in, we're going to make a point in between the other points. And so this is going to be a new point. We're going to, on the way back across on the next row, we're going to put a 3, 3, 3 in here, and this is going to be a point along with this. So that's how you get the extra points. Okay, and you just repeat that across. What makes this, I need a cheat sheet for the star. Good night, Debbie. I'll see you later. What makes the stars like confusing and complicated is because on this row, the different patterns, you do a different number of single crochet in the peak. And this one is 3. This one you do 3 in the peak. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then 6 to go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, skip 2, chain 6 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 single crochet in the peak. 1, 2, 3, 6 single crochet going down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. And 1. Thank you, Andrew. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm proud of you for putting down the hooks when you were frustrated. A little break will do you good. 1, 2, 3. Thanks for following Annie Boston. And then going down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Chain 3 and skip 2. 1, 2, 3. Skip 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Going down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Chain 1, 2, 3. Skip 2 and go up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 3 in the peak. 1, 2, 3. Oh my gosh. They only get about 3 comments in and Kathy takes them out. She's like, oh no, you do not. And then down 1, 2. Thanks for the likes. 3, 4, 5, 6. And then chain 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Chain 3 in the peak, or 3 single crochet in the peak. 1, 2, 3. And then single crochet down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Chain 3. Skip 2. 1. Whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, I caught a little piece of the tinsel. And then 3 single crochet. 1, 2, 3. You could just fall into a trance in this row. It's a nice row. I like it. Uh-oh. Yeah, I made a mistake back here. I only did 4 double crochet. I only did 4 double crochets, so I'm gonna put, hold on, I gotta go back. I gotta put 2, I'm fudging. I gotta put 2 singles, and then I'm gonna do 3 here, 2, 3. I think that'll fix it, because that would have been the center one if I had 2 over here. And then what does it say to do? 4 single crochet, 2, 3, 4, skip 1, single crochet and turning chain. Okay, so that is fudging intelligently. All right, I had to make a fudge, but I knew what I was fudging, if that makes sense. Don't fudge if you don't know what you're fudging. I only had 4 double crochet in this peak, so I added another, I increased. I did 2 single crochet and 1 double crochet. And then, yeah, I fixed it. So nobody will know. Except everybody will know because it's on the video, right? And it'll be there from now until the end of time. 3 years from now, somebody will make a mean comment on this video and say, I wish you would have gone back and fixed that. Like what has people have said to me. But I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter. I'm fine. I'm not perfect. Thanks for the likes. Hi, Daphne. Okay, setup row. This, out of the star, superstar, and supernova, everything, the superstar has the most setup rows. But after you get through the setup rows, it's repetitive. It's repetitive, repetitive, repetitive. So if you're somebody that likes a repetitive pattern and you don't like, what I like about this one is as you're going up and down the peaks, they don't get huge like the star blanket, so, or the star shawl or the star tree skirt. They have these gigantic points, so you end up like, as it's getting bigger, you're like, 57 double crochet, and then 5 in the peak, and then 57, like that to me gets boring. So this one is nice because all the setup is in the beginning and then you have this repetitive, but you don't end up with like 87 stitches to get up the mountain and then 87 to get back down. So it's still like, to me, it keeps me interested. The supernova is the most striking in appearance. It's like the most impressive, but it's only mindless up to a point, and then you have to then you add the other points, and that you have to keep looking at the pattern, and the numbers change and stuff like that. So it's a little bit more like you really have to follow the pattern for it. It's not mindless at all. There are parts of it that are mindless, but it's not, you have to pay attention. And but it's worth it. It's worth it. It's impressive. Looks really good. One thing I like doing with the supernova is I like using a cake yarn, and I like to start my first cake from the inside, and then when that runs out, I match the color and I start the second cake from the outside, so the colors go the other way, and then I'll start the third cake from the inside, so the colors, it looks really cool. Okay, let's go on to setup row 9. Chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, counting the stitch under your chain, skip 3. 1, 2, 3. Double crochet 3 together, cluster in the next stitch. So you make a double crochet, but you don't finish it. You do that 3 times. And then you pull through all 4 loops on the hook. So we don't do the double crochet 3 together cluster on the edge in the other patterns. So this is what keeps it from like getting larger and larger and larger. You know, while this, we're going to put another point here. You'll see what I mean. Hey Daphne, I am making the 6-day Superstar holiday tree skirt. Skip to 3, 3, 3 in the center peak. The center single crochet in the peak. Is that right? Yes. 1, 2, 3. I hope it's right because I had that little boo-boo, remember? On the way over here. Thanks for the likes. Skip 2, double crochet 3 together. Skip 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 3, 3 in the chain 3 space. Skip 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, double crochet 3 together. Skip 2, 3, 3, 3. Whoops. Okay, let me just lay this down for a second so that you can see what's happening. Okay, I'm making a new peak in the middle of the old valley. And then these double crochet 3 togethers are going to be valleys. These are going to be new valleys. And this is a new peak. So now you're going to have peak, valley, peak, valley, peak. Okay, where you had, before you had peak, valley, peak. All right, so that's what's happening. And I know I have a skip 2 here and a skip 4 here. And you could, if you wanted to, do skip 3, and this would be centered. But it makes more sense later. But I had people who tested this. They said, oh, instead of skipping 4 and then skipping 2, I just did 3 and 3. And that'll work on this row, but it's not going to work later on when in the repeat. On the repeat, you're going to have to skip 4 and then double crochet 3 together. So I know this is like the really confusing part of this Superstar stuff is this row. So I'm just going to take it slow. So skip 2, double crochet 3 together, cluster. 1, 2, 3, and then pull through all of them, and then jump all the way down and 3 3 3 in that chain 3 space that you made. 1, 2. It actually sounds like the wind has quieted down. 3, 1 2 3. 1, 2, 3. Skip 4. 1 2 3 4. Double crochet 3 together. Skip 2 3 3 3. Thanks for sharing the live. Skip 2, double crochet 3 together. I guess this green and white isn't awful. I guess it isn't horrible. Three, 3 3 in the chain 3 space. One, 2 3 4, cluster. Skip 2 3 3 3 in the peak. Skip 2, double crochet 3 together, cluster. Skip 4 3 3 3 in the chain 3 space. One, 2 3 4. Cluster. Skip 2 3 3 3 in the peak. 1, 2, 3. 1, whoops. 2, 3. Whoops. Skip 2, double crochet 3 together. Skip 4, 3 3 3 in the chain 3 space. – 2 3 4, cluster. 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 2 Y'all see what's happening here? How it's kind of curling? This is why I said if your tension is tight to go up a hook. But I'm not going to go up. I actually think this is going to be fine. But if it's not fine, I'll be ripping. But I think it's going to be fine. If it's not fine, I have only myself to blame. 1, 2, 3. You can change hooks. I don't know if the person that was here early on who said they didn't realize they could change hooks and not do what the instruction says. You can do whatever you want. Stop letting people tell you you're doing things wrong. You can change hooks. Your hook and your yarn should make a fabric that you like. You give 10 people the same hook and the same yarn and the same pattern, and it will come out 10 different sizes. It will have 10 different tensions. It'll look different on everybody. So this is your permission slip to use whatever hook you like. 2, 3, 4, and make the fabric you like. Now, if you have to match gauge, you do not have to match gauge on this pattern. But if you're making a garment or you're making something that's gauge specific, then you're going to have to find the hook that creates the gauge that you need to match the pattern and match the sizing. You have to. Stop saying, I never swatch. Your sweater won't fit. Your top won't fit. Your stuff won't fit. Your sleeves will be too short, too long, too whatever. But for a project like this, you do not need to match gauge. You can use the hook that you like, create the fabric that you want. Now, if it curls a lot, like mine is curling a little bit, but if it curls a lot, you need a bigger hook. The reason this is curling is because we're jumping over a lot of stitches. And so you better not have tight tension if you're going to do that. You better be loose. Hi, Amanda. Did you remember to take your crochet for the train ride today? 1, 2, 3, 4. Double crochet 3 together. And then 3, 3, 3 in the peak. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, nice. Almost to the end of this row. I've got one more peak. 1, 2, 3, 4, cluster. Hi, Julie. I'm making the 6-day Superstar Holiday Tree Skirt. And then 3, 3, 3 in the peak. Thanks for following. let's see. How many more setup rows do I have? One more setup row. I think I'll do the next setup row, and I'll do the row 4, and then I'll be done for tonight. And then I might have time to come back and I'll have to do the repeats for you, rows 2 through 7. I'll do them on another live. I think I'll have time. This one takes a little bit more. It's more confusing. Let's make sure I did this right. Skip 2, double crochet 3 together in the next stitch, extended double crochet in the last stitch. Okay, so you yarn over. Yeah, it says skip 2, extended double crochet. So this is an extended double crochet. It starts off just like a double crochet. You yarn over, you pull up a loop, and then you just pull through 1. And then you pull through 2, and then you pull through 2. That's extended double crochet. And it makes a double crochet that's a little bit taller. It's not quite a treble. I friggin' hate that stitch. I hate treble crochet. What a weird thing to hate, but I hate treble crochet. It's fine. Okay, so see how we have new peaks and new valleys. Okay, you have peaks, and then that double crochet 3 together is a new valley. I'm going to do 2 more rows. I'm going to get us to row 4. This pattern gives you a handy dandy little, it gives you the color changes. Rows 2, 3, and 4. What's the valley and the other thing? Oh, it's a chevron pattern. So it zigzags. And I call the zigs that go up the mountains or the peaks. And I call the zags that go down the valley. So this one started off with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 peaks. And then on this row, we set up to add additional peaks in between the peaks. So it has 17 equal size peaks, and it looks circular with zigzags, as opposed to the other 2 star blanket shawl tree skirts. They're all based on the same pattern. The star has 9 equal points. The supernova has the 9 equal points, and then we add in new points like this. But we don't do it until there's like, a couple repeats. And so you already have big points, and then we add in the little points. So it goes big, they alternate large and small points. And that's called the supernova. But this is the superstar. Yeah. I try to keep it standard, but also, I want it to be easy to understand. Okay, yeah, so this row, I give you these little blocks with the little hints in them. Color changes. Row 2, 3, and 4 are color A. Row 5 and 6 are color B. Row 7 is color A. That's what we call vivid chevron. And then I give you the increases. On row 4, you do 3 single crochet in the chain 3 space. On rows 5 and 6, you do 5 double crochet in each peak. row 7, 2 single crochet in the center double crochet. Getting a little ahead of ourselves. Let's go back to setup round 10. I don't think I need to be quite this close. There we go. Chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Skip the space between the last double crochet and DC. It should actually say extended double crochet and double crochet 3 together. That's this. So you skip this space and you make DC 3 together in the next space. And then you're going to do a 3, 3, 3 in the chain 3 space in the peak. 1, 2, 3, chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then we're going to do DC 3 together in the next 2 spaces. So that's this one and this one. So this is actually just like this row down here where we did a 3, 3, 3 in each peak and a double DC 3 together, one on each side of the DC 3 together in the row below. So it's the same. You just have more peaks and valleys now. Okay, so we're going to do 3, 3, 3, DC 3 together, DC 3 together, 3, 3, 3. DC 3 together, DC 3 together, 3, 3, 3. We're going to do that across the row. It's a repeat of setup row, whatever that was, 4 maybe. Thanks, Andrew. Appreciate you. Three, 3, 3 in this in the chain 3 space in the peak. DC 3 together, one on each side of the DC 3 together in the row below. 333 in the peak. These C3 together in the next two spaces. Thank you for the likes. I'm thinking about pork chops. I put pork chops out to defrost earlier today. I think I'm going to put them in my Instant Pot when I get off of here. Maybe see if I have any potatoes that are still good. I haven't smelled anything. I've got some potatoes and onions under there I haven't looked at in a long time. We'll see if I have any, if they're good. If they're any good, I might just boil them all up and make. One time I bought extra potatoes and I didn't mean to, and I had 2 5-pound bags of potatoes, and it's just me, you know. So I boiled them all up, and I made I made mashed potatoes, and I froze them. I froze them in Ziploc bags, and I flattened them down and like slid them into my freezer. And let me tell you, those mashed potatoes came in handy. A lot of days I don't like cooking. You know, I actually do a lot of cooking now because there's no DoorDash here. There's nowhere to like go grab a burger, especially in the, you know, off season. A lot of these places are going to close down after Thanksgiving and maybe open for New Year's, you know, and that's going to be it until March. But if I don't think about what I'm having a little early in the day, it ends up being like, you know, frozen burgers or like last night I made some rice and I opened a can of chili and I had chili and rice with some cheese and sour cream. Or I do ramen noodles with, I'll make up the ramen, but I'll spice it up with like an egg and some sesame oil and some chili oil and some ginger. What else do I put in there? Lunchtime. Chicken nuggets. Actually, I think I have some white chicken chili that I made a couple weeks ago and I didn't eat it all, so I froze some. I used to make these big pots of chili and things for my family, and now it's just me. But I still want to like make the big pot. Come on over. You know, when I moved here, I thought I could have retreats here, but frankly, my house is way too small to have a retreat. I don't have enough beds and I don't have enough space. It's too small, but I'm going to rent one of the houses next door. There's some houses out here that are bigger and have more bedrooms and hot tubs and things like that, and I will rent one of those houses and everybody can come out and crochet at the beach. We will crock pot it. Yes, it is, but I'm the type that I'm not good at taking them back out and eating them. My daughter enjoys them though, so sometimes I'm like, I'll put this in here for Maya, but I go overboard. I have some things in there that have been um, for too long in there. Well, I do have one retreat planned, not here at the beach, but I have a retreat planned for the first weekend in May. In I'm getting an Airbnb close to the Maryland Sheep and Wool Festival, and I want to get a nice little cozy spot where we can hang out and crochet. I'll bring my spinning wheel. People can learn to spin if they want to, and then the festival is 2 days long, so there will be plenty of time to go to the festival and shop, and also plenty of time to relax and crochet or spin or knit or whatever you do with yarn. It's my first retreat. It's a yarn buying adventure, yarn shopping, wool shopping. You know, when my daughter was here last time, she wanted meatballs, so I still have some of the meatballs that I made for her. Hi Annette, it's a Furls Odyssey crochet hook. It's my favorite kind of hook. It's weighted. It's an ergonomic hook, so it's good for your hands. I don't stretch my hands enough. Listen, when you stretch your hands, do it gently. You don't have to like crank your hand, crank everything back, but I just want you to know that I'm kind of hypermobile, so you know what you see me doing might seem extreme, but you don't have to like just crank your hand back. Just be very gentle. Breathe in and out. Take at least one breath while you stretch your hand. Remember, I showed these stretches once to someone, and they went, and that was it. It's like, no, you have to hold it and you have to breathe at least one breath, 3 breaths. It's like yoga. Yeah, but this is an ergonomic hook. It's from Furls, and I do have an affiliate link. I don't know if it's in my bio or not. I think it's probably way down. Um, the Odyssey hook is good for someone who has the overhand hold like me. If you hold under like this, it's probably not so great. I think their streamlines are a better hook for someone who holds underhand. I crochet for hours every day, and this is my job, so I have to have an ergonomic hook. And I definitely noticed a difference when I switched to one. You're going to Crochet Guild of Australia's conference in June. I have heard about that. They reached out to me. I was supposed to write a little something about myself and my pattern for their newsletter. I hope I haven't missed the deadline on that already. I have a lot of followers, and several of our mods from the 6 Day Blanket group are from Australia, and I really want to visit. I really want to go to Australia and visit them and see Australia, what it's like. Okay, I'm coming to the end of this row. I'm going to do one more row, and then I'm going to be good for tonight. And I think I think I'll have time on another live to do rows. Well, I'm going to do row 4 next. So I'll do rows 5, 6, 7, 2, 3 on another live. But this is a tough one to get started, and here you have it. Now you can follow along. Okay, and this last one we're going to DC3 together. And then you double crochet in the turning, oh, it says, let me see, in the turning chain. It doesn't say the space, it says the chain. I would love that. Okay, so we went from 9 peaks to 17 peaks, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So see how it's like it becomes more circular than star-shaped. It's circular with a zigzag. Oh, Kathy's over there taking care of that. Okay, I'm gonna do one more row, and then I'll be I'm gonna head off of here. So let's see. Proceed to row 4. Chain 1, single crochet in the same space, 4 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and in parentheses it says 7, 10, 13, etc. The next time I do row 4, I'm going to have 7 single crochet here. The time after that, I'm going to have 10. The time after that, I'm going to have 13. So every time you repeat, it goes up by 3. 1, 2, 3 single crochet in the chain 3 space, and now 8 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and then it has the numbers in parentheses again, and they go up by 6. So the next time I do row 4, I'm going to have 14 here, and then the time after that it's going to be 20, and then the time after that 26, and they go up by 6. Okay, and it says on subsequent single crochet rounds, the number of single crochets between the peaks will increase by 6. The numbers in parentheses show the number of single crochets on the subsequent repeat of the pattern. Okay, so that just means next time you come back, you're going to follow the first stitch inside the parenthesis, the first number inside the parentheses. The next time you'll follow the second number inside the parentheses, and that's how you'll know how many stitches you need between the peaks. So you know that the instructions for the row are completely the same. It is so repetitive. The only thing that changes are the numbers get higher. You will have more stitches in between each of the peaks. One, 2, 3 in each peak, and 1 stitch in each, 1 single crochet in each stitch across. Comes out to 8 single crochet in between each peak. 1, 2, 3 in the chain 3 space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, whoops, 3, whoops, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me go back over to TikTok. 6, 7, 8. Hi, thank you for following Dragon in the Dungeon. 2, 3 in the peak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is row 4. We're done with the setup rows. And this is your first time doing row 4. 1, 2, 3. Oops. Whoops. Let me make sure I'm doing the end of this right. Oops. There's a little boo-boo there. 4 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then single crochet in the turning chain. Bye, Kathy. Thank you very much. I'm finishing up. Ooh. So tomorrow I'm not going to be on until 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Thanks, Amy. So that should give, I don't know, the Australians a chance to check in. But this is the Supernova Holiday Tree Skirt. All the way through the setup rows to the first time of row 4. And I'll do the other, I'll do rows 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, and 4 again on another live. But this should get you started if this is the one you want to make. Tomorrow night I'm going to do the Supernova from row 7A on. I'll do that one. don't forget to post your progress photos and tag me. If you tag me in an Instagram story, I will repost your story. If you tag me in a TikTok, I will stitch or duet or repost that TikTok for you so that it will hit my following. Oh, you're wonderful. I'm a night owl too, so I don't mind coming on late at night. But 9 p.m. is a little it does get to be a little late. I think one time I did the whole entire 6 days of a challenge at 9 p.m. so that Courtney could come every time, and it was too much. It was too much 9 p.m. Yeah, but tomorrow I'll be here 9 p.m. and then I think the day after that is 8 p.m. If you're not sure, you can follow the link in my bio, and it'll take you to a page that has all the times and time and date links so that you can find the time in your own time zone. But if you're making one of these projects, remember to tag me so that I can see your beautiful creations. And also, I like to choose a couple people to send like a Betty McKnit mug or a bag or a little swag item to, or sometimes I'll do like a free month in my membership community where you can come and join for a month and see what it's like and see if you want to if you want to join that. I am giving that as a reward less and less because it's a lot of free patterns. It's a lot of patterns. So this month with your membership in the McKnitiverse, you get all 3 tree skirt patterns, all 3 of the tree skirts plus the 2 hat patterns. This is the Invisible People hat and also the Invisible Woman hat. I updated them last month, so they got those, and then all kinds of little, I call them unicorn patterns, that are like little unique things that many of which I have never released and probably never will. There's some of them are just like works in progress things, or like ideas that I had that, they're cool little things. You can join and find out. But that's called the Betty McKnitiverse. But make sure you tag me out on Instagram and on Facebook in the 6-day blanket group. Mainly for 6-day projects. You can post in Besties, but for 6-day projects, I would love it if you posted in the 6-day blanket group so that everybody in that group who has an interest in these patterns can see your work. Okay. Thanks so much for being here tonight. I know this is a super long live, not as long as last night. I was on for 3 hours and a half, and tonight it's just been 2 hours and a half, so I'm getting better. But we still have a lot more to do on this one, and the supernova over there, we'll work on that next. And I will save time at the end so that I can show you all of the edges. I'm just certain, 100% certain, I will not complete any of these edges, but I'll be able to show you how to do the edges on all of these blankets. I'll show you all of them. Okay. All right. So, good night. Thank you for being here. I'll play my little song and then I'll take off and go make my pork chops.